What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Eddie Express DFS podcast presented to you by Draft Dashboard. Remember, you can try out all the tools that I use in this video 30 days for $1 by clicking my link in the description below. Gets you access to the NBA, the NHL, and the MLB right now. NFL coming up here shortly. Also, the WNBA, they released a cheat sheet. I'll show you it real quick. I've played 2 WNBA slates. It's not something I normally play, but the grades that they give out for this has been really good. I've played 2 slates and I've cashed in both of them. So another thing that if you're looking to play in WNBA, you might want to come on board. Really good stuff over here. But we'll get into the MLB. I'm not going to talk too much about the WNBA because it's the WNBA, but we'll get in here and we'll clear our plays from yesterday. We missed a little bit yesterday. We did pretty well with pitching, though. We had Bauer and Darvish both got us about 20. Can't complain a whole lot about our pitching. We just didn't get it from the bats yesterday. Story was kind of a slate breaker. He had like 2 home runs and he had like 40 points or 30-some points. He was kind of the slate breaker yesterday. I'm looking at the main slate right now. That's what I'm going to be playing. And I'll show you the lineup that I'm working with right now. We'll get in position optimizer. Before I do, click the thumbs up button. Always helps me out. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I always love having new members come on. I just love some of the feedback that I've got from my channel. We've cashed 5 out of the last 6 days. Yesterday was the first time we missed. So, pitcher today, first guy I like is Zack Greinke. The Mets are god-awful in general, but they're even worse against right-handed pitching. And if you look at Zack Greinke's splits, he's dominant at home. I think his lowest scoring home game was like 22. He really pitches well at home. I tend to roster him when he's playing at home, and especially against the Mets with a 167 batting average and just a very bad lineup. I tend to roster Greinke almost every time he's at home, but he's got a nice price tag and a great matchup, so it makes even more sense today. And the second pitcher I went and got was Jon Gray. I think that people are going to shy away from this one from Coors. I think this could go one or two ways. I either think Gray gives up about 5 earned runs, or he goes, like 7 innings with 8 Ks and like no earned runs. I think he's either going to dominate or he'll be kind of all right. But either way, the Ks are still there. Blue Jays strike out a lot. They have a lot of right-handed bats as well. So as you can see, Jon Gray does pretty well against righties and switch hitters. He does well against lefties, too. He will give up a home run or 2 here and there. He's known to give up the long ball, but I think if that happens, it's only going to be solo shots. He's got pretty good control, pretty good K upside, so I like him quite a bit. And then we got into stacks again today. So my number one stack, I don't know how popular it's going to be, but my number one stack is the St. Louis Cardinals against Jose Quintana. So that led me to getting to Matt Wieters right here. He is 2 for 5 with a single and a double against Quintana. Projected bat in the 5th position. That's pretty good for a catcher. Catcher's always a really tough spot. So if you can get a decent catcher in there, I like to have catchers batting in the middle of the lineup. It seems to help out. Second guy I went and got was Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt's got really good BVP stuff against Quintana. He does hit righties a little bit better than lefties as far as OPS. And he's been starting to heat up a little bit. 3 singles, a double, and 2 home runs against Quintana. So I think that makes sense there. Second base today, I went with a little bit of value. I went with Chris Taylor. He's got a minus 33% batting advantage just because Irving's actually pretty good against righties. But he's not a good pitcher in general, so I think we can get him. I think he actually might hit leadoff today. Him and Keek will probably have switch positions from what they're reporting right now. But even if he doesn't, I still like him. He's a guy that strikes out a lot, but he doesn't strike out against lefties, so that's a big help. So I think we can get him for some value. Third base today, with me getting Gray, it allows me to get a guy like Alex Bregman. So my non-stack plays are really quality hitters. 3 for 6, 1 single, 2 doubles against Anderson. Anderson's not a very good pitcher. I had Bregman last night, and he kind of didn't show up for me, so we're going to go right back to the well. Shortstop today, I went with, I believe it was Xander Bogaerts. Just let me double. Yep, it was Xander Bogaerts. So Xander Bogaerts against Domingo Germán. Not kind of a neutral hitting platoon advantage. I just kind of like the Red Sox here. I think they're due to kind of come up. Germán's a pretty good pitcher, but it's the spot that I'm willing to take a gamble on. Get a couple expensive bats in here, so I went and grabbed Xander. And then in the outfield, to complete the stack, I went and got Jose Martinez. 5 for 12 against Quintana, 5 singles, no long balls, but he's pretty cheap. I think he's like $3,800, so I think that makes for quite a bit of sense. And then, since I'm stacking the St. Louis Cardinals, I went and grabbed Dexter Fowler because I think he might hit leadoff. Even if he doesn't, it doesn't really matter for me where he's going to hit. Fowler is hitting a 421. Dude's got elite speed. Could swipe a couple bases. He's got a huge batting advantage. 421 average, 5 singles, 2 doubles, and even a home run. And this guy does not have a ton of power, so Fowler I think makes quite a bit of sense. And then the last guy I went and got, since I threw out John Gray, I was able to go get probably my favorite player in baseball, but he sucked this year, and that is Mookie Betts. This dude just does everything. He can hit for power. He's got gap power. He's got speed. Hits high in the lineup. So I went and grabbed him. Show you the lineup optimizer real quick here. It should spit out my exact lineup. There it is. Greinke, Gray, Wieters, Goldschmidt, Chris Taylor, Bregman, Xander Bogaerts, Mookie Betts, Jose Martinez, and Dexter Fowler. Leaves 100 on the board, so if something pops up to where someone's not starting, you can get it in there and grab whoever you want. Right to the right of all these plays, you'll see the projected ownership. That's another thing that Draft Dashboard puts out. So as you can see, I got a little bit of chalk at pitching, and my stack is going to be kind of middle of the road for stacks, and then a little bit of love to the Red Sox today, and then Bregman is obviously in an elite spot against the lefty. Alrighty, guys. Well, we will maybe put out a video tomorrow. Not sure yet. The slates that start earlier are kind of harder for me to pump out a video, but that's what I'm looking at for today. Hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for stopping by. Have yourselves a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and good luck tonight.